A couple of days ago, I made a video showing you the Mosaic chart bundle that I released on my website. And I told you that I'm going to follow it up with like a little tutorial of how to use some of those charts. If you haven't seen that video, basically it's a PDF that's offered on my website that includes 22 different charts of 11 designs of mosaic stitches. Most of them are 4-stitch repeats, so you can easily insert it in any project that you are making. And there is one extra design that is a 16-stitch repeat, and that is, I show all of those samples in the previous video. And the reason why I'm saying 22 charts is because even though it's 11 designs, each one is charted twice. One time with the darker color as the dominant color, and one time as the lighter color as the dominant color. And in the previous video, which I'm going to link in the description, you can actually see the swatches that I made, and you can see how different the designs look depending on which color is dominant. I show you the samples that I made. But because this PDF is not an instructional pattern, it's charts only, and I told you that I'm going to show you how I basically incorporate one of the charts into whatever I'm knitting. Now, there is lots of instructional videos on YouTube of how to do mosaic stitch, because knitting mosaic, even though it's quite simple, it's a little bit different when you're knitting in the round and when you're knitting flat. This one now, I'm just showing you how I'm incorporating one of the patterns, one of the charts, into the sock that I made. So this is the sock that I made for my mom, and I'm knitting, let me bring it closer. And this is a 4-stitch repeat chart that I incorporated in this sock. So now I'm knitting on the second one, and I wanted to show you how I do that. So if you have never knitted mosaic, you get the idea of how relatively easy it is. So I pre-recorded this. I'm going to play that now. I hope you have fun creating. I hope you have you find it easy to understand, because I did have trouble of how to record overhead and for you to see. But if there is anything that you missed, I'm telling you, there is lots of the actual tutorials on YouTube that you can find. So in this case, it's going to be mosaic knitting in the round, and the chart that I'm using is so you're basically going to get this chart for free now on the screen because I took it out of the bundle. I think it's 5A. So have fun, and I hope you like it. So I've knitted the cuff and this little part of the sock here before I start the colorwork, the mosaic stitch. So before we start, the one thing that I want to tell you is that when you're working mosaic stitch, it is best to size up a needle size. So to go, let's say, if normally you would be working the sock on 2mm needles, once you come to the chart, that you would go to 2.5mm needles. And that's what I already did in the last round. So I went one size up. And as far as the chart is concerned, we're going to be working this 5A chart. I want to show you. So the chart is actually this square here. So it's 4 stitches by 4 rows. This little agenda here, that shows you what color you're going to be working each row. So in this case, we're going to be starting with the lighter color, which in my case is this camel color, in order to create the pattern. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that lighter color, and we're starting with this. So this is not part of your chart. This one on the side, the agenda, is just showing you what color to work with. So we're going to start with the first stitch. The way that you're reading the chart is from right to left, and because we are knitting in the round, we're going to be knitting each row twice. And what we're going to do, we're going to knit the color that shows that is the color for that row, and we're going to slip the other color that is not the color that we're holding in our hands. So in this case, so I'm taking the camel color. Actually, let me finish these 2 stitches that I have left over from the row. Okay, so now I'm taking the camel color, which is the lighter gray on the chart, and it shows me the chart. I have 1 in the lighter color. I'm going to knit it. Then I have 1 in the darker color. I'm going to slip that purlwise. 1 in the lighter color and 1 in the darker color, and I'm going to slip that purlwise. So basically the pattern for this row, for the first row, is light, dark, light, dark. So just interchanging, alternating the lighter and the darker color. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm holding the lighter color, I'm doing knit 1, slip 1 purlwise, knit 1, slip 1 purlwise, knit 1, slip 1 purlwise. And I'm going to see you at the end of the round. Now I'm coming to the end of the first round. And this is basically how it looks. There is 1 light, 1 dark, alternating. So what we're going to do, we're going to repeat the same round again, which is going to be quite easy because we already know what stitches to knit and which ones to slip because they're already on the needles. So we're just going to look at our stitches and we are knitting the lighter color ones and slipping the darker. But we already know what we need to do. We don't need to look at the chart because we're just repeating this row. So each row, when you're knitting in the round, is done twice. Once again, you knit the indicated color and you slip the color that is supposed to stay in the background. Again, I will see you after I finish this row so we can do the second row. Since we have finished 2 rounds, but basically that is just the first row of the chart. But since we have done it twice, we have 2 rounds down. Now we move on to the next line of the chart, which indicates in the legend that we are supposed to work with our darker color, which in my case here is the navy blue. So I'm going to take the navy blue color, which is already on the needle. Let me pull the lighter one that I attached earlier. So I'm going to take the navy blue color, which is already on the needle, and the pattern is 1 of the lighter color, 3 of the blue. So since we are working with the navy blue, the lighter color we are going to slip the camel one, knit 3 of the navy blue, slip 1 of the lighter color, knit 3 of the darker, slip the lighter color, knit 3 of the darker. Once again, you're slipping purlwise. And I will see you at the end of the round. Okay, so I have finished the second line of the chart, but basically since I did only 1 row, since we know that we need to repeat each line of the chart twice, now I'm going to repeat this row again, but again it's very easy. I don't have to look at the chart because I already know what I did because I can see the stitches. So the lighter color one, because we're working with the navy blue, the lighter color one, I'm just going to slip purlwise and I'm going to knit the darker color, the one that I'm working with. And that is basically what mosaic knitting is. So now we have completed the first 2 rows of the chart. Now if you see the chart, the numbers of the rows are, there is 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That just indicates that you're supposed to knit the row twice. And when you are knitting flat, you would be knitting it backwards, but that I'm going to show you that another time. So that's why the second row of the chart, on the side, it actually says number 3, because that would be in reality your 3rd round, because the first line of the chart you would be knitting twice. So the first line of the chart you would be doing round 1, round 2. Then the second line of the chart you would be doing the round 3, round 4. The third line of the chart, it would be round 5, round 6, and the 4th line would be round 7 and round 8. So now we have done the first 2. Now we would go to the 3rd row, which the number, it says 5 on the side, and the legend on the side indicates that you should be working with a lighter color. So I would take my lighter yarn and work, as I showed you the other 2, that row. So I would knit the color that I'm working with, and I would slip the other color purlwise. And then basically when you're building, you're doing that, you're building the pattern, and you would create this pattern. So this one, I believe, let me see, approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that this whole pattern here has this this chart done 5 times, I believe. I think there is 5 repeats of this chart in length like that. So I hope that helps. You can find other tutorials on YouTube. This is just something that I promised that I'm going to show you. And I hope you're having that you have a good time making the mosaic socks or anything that you want to make. Hats or sleeves of the sweaters. You can just experiment.